screen.
All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
And I still have an echo.
Happy Turkey Day Eve.
Correct.
14 hours.
Turkey Day.
14 hours.
All right, I'm going to test. Do we hear an echo yet? No. All right. All right. Welcome to Girls Just Want to Fly. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Turkey Eve.
Happy Turkey Eve.
Yeah. So I have a bunch of gals on here who have been past guests, and I want to thank every one of you for joining me tonight. And I'd like to just talk about where we're all at, the ones that are flying, and what you're thankful for. So we've got Gladys Lupke in here. She is going to go first because she just did a nice trip and she's visiting with some family or friends right now. So she's going to be going off the show here shortly. So Gladys, go for it.
Hey, Jade, thank you. Thank you so much for having me back. So since we talked a couple of weeks ago, I've only flown one other time, but living in Virginia, where it's getting really, really, really cold, it's very difficult to get up and fly, but I will be full-time in Florida very soon at the end of December. We did sell our house in Virginia and we bought a house in Florida. So we're kind of in the transition phase now. And I'm actually in Florida right now because we are going to the Aviator Thanksgiving tomorrow. So yeah, so we're excited about that.
Very nice.
I have two of my kids here with me and my husband, and we are currently at my in-laws' house, staying for the week. Well, actually for a couple of days, not even a week, but just a couple of days. And then we'll head up to Lake Wales tomorrow and spend some time with the Aviator family, and then yeah, continue packing, lots and lots and lots of packing. But I'm hoping to fly tomorrow in Lake Wales. That's the plan. Of course, I don't have my gear because I flew down here, but I'm going to use, you know, some of the gear there on site and get up in the air. I'm excited. I haven't been in the air in Florida since I left training in January, so I'm ready.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the weather like down there for you?
It's right now it's 75 to 80. Yeah, it was nice. We left the house this morning in Virginia. It was 22 degrees. We landed in Florida and it was 75. So big difference.
Yeah.
So what I'm thankful for, of course, my family. I'm thankful that I was able to sell my house so easily and so quickly. And I'm thankful for the Aviator team for doing their Thanksgiving get together. And I'm thankful for all of you guys because you've been, a lot of you have been my inspiration going through this. I was really struggling with my landings for a long time, and I was really feeling like I was failing. But after being on some Reddits and being on this page and, you know, watching some of the videos, I realized it's relatively normal and it's okay. And I kept pushing, and now I'm doing it. Now I'm doing it. I'm loving it. And I can't wait to be able to fly so much more now that I'm going to be in Florida. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's my major reason that we wanted to do this show, is just to let the rest of us out there that we're not alone in this, and we're not alone in mistakes. We're learning from everybody. And I think it's just awesome that, you know, we're one big happy family.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, awesome. So happy Thanksgiving, ladies. And I'll stay on for just a little while longer, but you'll see me pop off when I have to jump off. So
yep. Sorry about that, ladies.
Tell everybody Wales hello.
I will definitely, Wendy.
Yeah. How many are they expecting down there?
I'm not real sure. I know that this is the first time ever that Aviator is not holding a class this week. So all of the instructors are off. So those who did not go home will be staying. And then of course, past students and other, their families and things like that. So I'm not real sure how many to expect, but it should be fun.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I know Hey Bill Waller is going to be there, Brian Waller.
Yep.
He's bringing the hams. So make sure you give him a big hug from us.
I will, definitely. Yep.
All right.
Definitely.
And when we come down there, maybe we will be able to stop in and see you. Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
All right. I'll keep in touch with you because we'll be down there after Christmas, just visiting with Shane and Krista and around the Florida area.
Awesome.
All right. So if you want to go back, or you're going to hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, just for a few minutes. I want to hear a couple other people and then I'll jump off when I have to.
Okay. All right. I did mute you guys because it wasn't me. Somebody's got some echoing going on. So if you've got a secondary screen going, just make sure you get your volume down on that. So how about let's go with, I want to say hi to Susan. Thank you for joining. Let's go with Andrea. She was our first guest. She was she's one of my schoolmates that I went to Mad City Paramotor School with. And well, she was after me, but that's how I met her, is through the school down in Madison, Wisconsin.
Thanks, Jade. I'm trying to think. I think we talked like right after I had finished, or I had gotten my PPG2 rating. So I think I had finished my 25th flight and I had all of my gear on order. So you were there the day that I got my ozone wing in. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Still flying my ozone wing.
And it's pink.
It's pink. It's pink. So I actually just ordered hot pink snow pants. So I'm patiently waiting for those to arrive.
Neat.
Yeah, I have pink snow pants. I have pink ski goggles. It's all pink.
You don't
This
have
summer was
flamingo,
this summer was kind of interesting. I had some serious, I don't want to call it gear issues. I originally started out with a Kangoo K2 Phoenix that just wasn't a good fit. And I think sometimes we think that, all gear is just going to kind of be universal, that every paramotor is going to fly the same. And my experience with the Kangoo was just really disappointing. It wasn't a good flight. I just had nothing but issues with that. And then I think I ended up tearing my meniscus in August, and it just kind of went round and round. And I had talked to my instructor, Paul, one day when I was out there, and I was just like, I really just hate my unit. I hate it. And I just dumb luck that day. He had a power to fly out there that he had taken in on trade. And he's like, do you just want to do an even trade up? And I was just like, let's do it. So we swapped my motor out of my Kangoo and put it on the power to fly. And I'm super happy with that. So still struggling with I'm not sure if it's just kind of, I psych myself out on my landings now. But most of my landings are butt landings these days. Like I don't know if I just panic when I get close to the ground after blowing my knee out that it's going to happen again. So that has not been fun. And obviously it's been pretty cold. So I'd be interested to see whoever else is flying in cold climates. If you just choose not to fly, or what kind of equipment are you using? I had a kind of laugh on the PPG BFFs that we have, that group. People were talking about ordering their electric gloves, the heated gloves. I actually just put in an order for mine. So I'd just be interested to see what anybody else does to try to stay warm when they're flying. And what am I thankful for?
I can show you ours that we have next time if you come down this weekend.
Yeah.
Too. We'll have them with us.
I've been throwing hot hands into I'm trying to think. We've had pretty cruddy weather. I want to say last week, Monday, was the last time that the wind was acceptable to fly. Otherwise, since then, it's just been like, we've had like gusts of 40 miles an hour. It's been no bueno. So Oh, I did. I had my first. We did a really late. We were really close to sunset when we took off. I think it was a couple weeks back, and I we went with the wind on our way out, and so we were coming against the wind on our way back, and it just I kept looking at my app, and I was like 6 miles an hour was my ground speed, and I was like, I'm never going to get home. So it was the first time like sunset had come and gone. I knew I was 30 minutes past. I was like, I'm gonna have to land. It was getting to the point where I could barely see the ground anymore, and so I was probably maybe like a half mile from my LZ and found an open hayfield and had a touchdown there. So that was kind of fun.
Nice.
And then I guess kind of what I'm thankful for is, it's another year around the sun, and just life's good.
Yep, definitely. I'm thankful that I met you, and through Paul, I thank him for that.
Mhm.
So yeah. I'm hoping maybe if you get a chance and the weather's okay, come on down to the school.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and Eric
Well,
just
clearly
said,
I have to because I
bring
have to bring
turkey.
turkey.
Yeah, Eric just said, bring turkey. All right. All right.
There's a question actually for Andrea
Oh, okay.
from Mad Sloper. He wanted to know what's the issue with your Kanguk. I don't know how to say it. Yeah.
From day one, right?
Yeah. So when I originally, and I think I talked about this when I was on your podcast originally, out of the box, and people, I'm sure Paul will argue with me. I kept having a prop strike. Like my prop kept hitting my cage. It happened during break-in, and then it happened during its initial flight. And then pretty much anytime that I took off, I would constantly have a prop strike. So I went back to Kanguk, actually talked to the gentleman in Canada about it, sent a ton of pictures, and everybody agreed that it wasn't right, and no one wanted to fix it. And I finally just kind of got to the point where I just wasn't happy, and I did not want to fly it anymore. And like I said, I was really fortunate that Paul had taken in that power to fly on trade, and that Paul and I could just do an even trade and take my Moster 185 with the dual start off of my Kanguk and put it on the power to fly. And so I've been happy since.
Nice. Any other questions in there? I haven't really been paying attention. Sorry.
Not that I've seen. I'm trying to keep an eye over there. So
I do have to say, hello, Will. Guten Tag, Will. I saw, yes.
Is that what all that was about? He does have a question for Susan, but I was going to wait till you got to her.
All right.
No, she's shaking her head.
Anybody else want to volunteer to go next, or do you just want me to pick?
Just pick.
Just pick. How about Alicia? I'm interested in hearing from her. You got to go off mute. I muted you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey there, welcome. Tell us, give us a little refresher about yourself and where you're from again. And you were a past guest.
Yes, I'm from Casper, Wyoming, and we haven't been able to do a whole lot of flying around here lately. Our winds have been 40 to 60 miles per hour for about 2 or 3 weeks now.
Wow.
So I'm starting to think I need to move somewhere else, at least for the winter. But yeah, as far as
snow,
what's that?
We have snow.
We got a little snow today, maybe an inch or two, but the roads are still melting, which is that's kind of unusual for us. Usually this time of year it's pretty cold and we've got quite a bit of snow, but it's been dry and warm. So
okay. Now you did the paragliding also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we haven't gotten any really haven't gotten any flying in at all. It's been sad, really, really sad.
How about the hiking? You did hiking and stuff also. You were all kinds of crazy stuff.
And my daughter just went through surgery. She fractured her leg last year, and then right around Halloween, she had to get some screws out. So they put some pretty good hardware in her leg, but so they had to get those out, and that's been kind of taking up most of my time. So when the wind's not blowing, then I'm working on getting all of her stuff taken care of and keeping her caught up at school.
So she's laid up and everything right now?
She's on crutches. She's actually getting to where she can probably get off the crutches here in another week or two.
So we have Mad Sloper. I don't think he was in our chat in the past when you had come on with your show. So why don't you explain a little bit about your paragliding, what you're doing and everything, or when you could?
So paragliding, we've got a site here, but our mountain faces the wrong direction for the prevailing winds, and so it's hard to really take off from the site here. And we almost never have a calm day. This is kind of Casper is in a wind tunnel, I feel like, but we've got some really good sites up around Sheridan and Buffalo in the Bighorn Mountains. So I head up there and I'll try to get in some paragliding flights off of Red Grade, and so that's been a lot of fun. And I've been to Columbia and done a cross country kind of a tour with David Prentice. That was a lot of fun. And then took lessons down in Draper with Chris Santacroce and Superfly. And see, where else have I been? I feel like there's more in there, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. Had a lot of fun moments, so sometimes they all just kind of blend together. But
Did you happen to catch, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we had the gal from Boston on, and she was a paraglider, and she's got a boyfriend that does hiking and paragliding.
oh,
And
like
they-
a hike and fly.
Yeah,
type
and they're
thing.
at some kind of tournament, and they're in Dubai right now. And
I've been watching that.
she
That was really
had some
cool.
pictures of them, and they were on top of a skyscraper in the city, and somebody had said, you have to jump off that, and she's like, heck yeah. Like,
That's cool. Did she get to jump off of that?
I don't know if she's doing it too, or if she's just cheering him on, but she does do that stuff with him. So I don't know, is that some type of like a tournament or a contest or something that they're in?
Yeah, I think it's the world's championship for hike and fly. So
She had a video of him like kind of jogging with his wing. I don't know if it was to the finish line or something or what.
I heard they had to jog up all of those flights of stairs and then take off from the top, and the landing was down at the beach. And then they had another one where they had to jog up the mountain and try to take off.
She had a picture of people sitting in a rooftop pool, and paragliders were going right past them.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was.
Count me in on that.
So I was hoping she was going to be able to come on, but she's like, no, I'll come on some other night, because she wanted to get her other 2 friends to come on. So maybe we'll have to do a paragliding night.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
So do you have anything that you're thankful for on Thanksgiving Eve?
I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful that my daughter's on the mend. That's huge. And definitely thankful for all of my family. We've got a lot of family that's right around us. And so I will be having 3 Thanksgiving meals on Thanksgiving.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I have to pace myself a little.
You're right. Oh. All right. Well, again, thank you for joining.
Thanks.
Truly
Yeah, this was
appreciate
a lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Anybody want to volunteer yet, or am I picking the Brady Bunch screen? All righty. Well, seeing we last minute called Susan to the stand here, let's talk to Susan with her glass of wine.
It was scrambling to come up with a way to pull this off.
Thank you for joining us last minute.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'm just hanging out in an Airbnb in Florida, hoping to fly in the morning.
Nice. What
I just
town
want
are
to
you in?
fly.
Where are you?
So, I'm north of Lake Wales because we couldn't find any place like an Airbnb in Lake Wales. And I've got my daughter with me and my husband, so it's kind of like a hotel room gets a little small. So we have a house, but I'm fingers crossed hoping my daughter gets a tandem flight tomorrow.
Sweet.
So excited to get her the air so she can see what her parents are doing. And
Nice.
I'm trying to get her hooked. But
And how old is she?
she's 16.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Slowly and surely she's coming around. But my husband trained down here 2 years ago, Thanksgiving class, and then we were down here in Lake Wales last Thanksgiving. So it's kind of the unofficial third year in Florida to escape the weather and get some flights in.
And which school did you attend?
So he trained at Aviator during Thanksgiving class, and then we visited at Thanksgiving last year. I trained with One Up and Fly My PPG combo class back in March. And then some additional stuff in July up in Michigan. So.
All right. So are you gonna visit both of them then?
So One Up is housed in Lake Wales most of the time, but they do a lot of training over in Wauchula,
Oh, okay.
neighboring town. One Up is just returning from a Costa Rica adventure trip that they just had. So I don't know if I'll be seeing anyone or not, but we'll all be, they're kind of like Wales based, but it's just
Not too far.
cooperated yet. Today was very windy. Nobody was flying. Judson tried to fly, and yeah, it was even too much for him. So
Mhm.
so I'm just trying, hopefully, to get off the ground. I just want, if I can just get one flight in, I'll be happy.
You'll do it. You'll get up there. You got all weekend, right?
Yes.
Till probably
So
Sunday.
I probably have 6 available windows.
Good.
So,
Well, keep us posted.
yeah.
All right. You got anything you're thankful for?
So last Thanksgiving is when I had a tandem and needed that to even know whether this was something I could even do, just with heights and motion sickness and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of, after that tandem, getting on the ground was kind of the impetus for the whole rest of everything that I had in 2021. And it's been a crazy 12 months, and I'm just thankful for the entire paramotor family from so many different schools and all the different people that have come alongside me to help me and to get me back up in the air and to get me over different flying issues. That's my biggest thing I'm thankful for is my entire family's got good health. I've got 2 new grandbabies. Everyone's thriving right now. So hopefully 2022 brings us the same good luck.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully this COVID goes away real soon and we can get back to life as normal. as possible.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of like this other life right now.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Volunteers? Ha. All right. Cat girl. How are you tonight?
Good, good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
How are you doing? How's your new rooster?
He hates humans. He's scared of humans. He freaks out if we even come near him.
Oh,
But Eric said he's doing his job and he watches out. He lets the girls eat and he stands and keeps an eye out for them. Yeah. So what's new with you since you've last been on the show? Any new flying or trips that you've gone on? Where have you all been?
we can stand down here at we're at Hodges right now in Georgia. Because we wanted to come someplace that we could fly at any time. And it's been good. I got a really good morning flight in. We've gotten a couple short flights in, but I got a really good, like probably 35-40 minute morning flight in where I just kept doing low passes over the field of cotton.
Yeah.
That was next door. So I just wanted to practice throttle control and, you know, and landing a little bit more gently. And I do notice that I have to pay attention when I'm landing though, because I'll be like, oh, let's do a no power on landing, and I'll come in and then I'll be like, oh wait, I was supposed to put more brakes on. And kind of landed a little harder, but it's like, yeah, live and learn, and nothing got broke and everything was fine. So they've been armadillos here on the field, and we've been hunting them down because we got a couple windy days also. And
Was that you or Keith texting me saying that he or someone got 3 more? I'm assuming it was your husband.
Yeah. And then we were here, and when we first got here, the weekend, they were ending a remote controlled, the guys were doing jets. And all of a sudden, Jerry shows up and he's like, oh, we got a couple more people. We had more paramotors here, pilots, than they did for the RC guys. And we took up one whole side of the field, and those guys were just flying their butts off. And so it was really kind of neat. We almost had like a mini fly-in, and it was the same weekend that Swanee had their fly-in. And we actually took Saturday, was a little windy, so we drove down to Swanee and said hi to everybody, because that's where we did our school down in Live Oak, Florida. And then just visited with them and said hi and came back up. So yeah, we've been it's been good. We've been camped out here. Next Friday we'll go back up to Myrtle Beach to stay with my parents. Well, not stay with them, but we'll be at a campground near there till Christmas. And then January, February, and March, we're headed down to Lake Wales. So we'll be in that area.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you guys and Cupcake Krista.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully be able to do that. But and yeah, and the year's been really good. We've got almost a year of flying in, and my flights are slowly creeping up. I'm getting closer to 100, so I'm happy about that. And just feel very thankful that we're lucky to travel around and meet all these great pilots, and hopefully I'll meet some of you other ladies that I have not met. Hopefully run into Susan again sooner or later.
And did you both get new Segways?
No, he got
the
just
semi.
Yeah. No, it's got huge wheels on it.
It's like a semi.
He's happy with it. I called it a truck as soon as he put it together. I was like, that looks like a truck. But he's happy with it, and it takes him everywhere he wants to go. He needed something a little bit more heavy duty than I did. So yeah, we had that, and we've got a few more little changes that we're doing. He's rearranging the truck to be a little bit more efficient. Because we're going down to Lake Wales, and we're actually getting a new tandem unit. I had the name on the tip of my mind, and then I can't think of it. So But yeah, so we're getting some new gear down there. I'm going to train with them a little bit, how to fly it and stuff like that. So
Nice.
yeah.
So you're getting a tandem trike?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, so then you both can fly together?
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Well, we're getting one wing that we can fly singly, or we're getting also the tandem wing that we can fly tandem with it. He's going to sell his unit. I'm still debating whether to get rid of my little unit.
Now, are you flying the same type of trike you started out with? Same
Oh yeah,
type?
Same.
Same.
This is Pat Trike.
Okay.
I love it. It's nice and open and things like that. So it's worked out well. So it'll be neat to try flying the tandem trike by myself.
Yeah.
Can't fly tandem people yet.
Yeah.
But one day, that's the goal.
So what are you thankful for? Do you have anything that you want to bring up for Thanksgiving Eve?
Thankful that when I did have my accident, that it wasn't anything more serious than it was.
Yes.
Thankful that,
Yes. Yes.
that I had people running to me and throwing their beers to the side and coming to rescue me.
I just jumped in mud.
And the mud jumpers.
Yep.
Yeah, so that, and like I said, just meeting, and I love, being able to chat with you guys and find out more information, like from women and stuff like that when they're flying, and how they feel about things, because men don't really talk about how they feel about things. Like, oh, this is a little scary, and they're just like, no, just suck it up. Like,
Yep.
no, why is it scary? And yeah, I skipped the foot launching stuff. I know a couple of you guys have talked about having being afraid to land and stuff like that. And I'm getting older and my knees are not as good. And my first experience of it was trying to turn with the wing and the gear on the back and sidestepped and fell over. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna go with the trike. So, but it's been really fun, and you have to keep practicing. So that's one big thing. I'm thankful that we can travel around and go to different fields and find places. This year we went to a couple different places, and I would just we'd call up somebody and be like, hey, can we fly there? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, come on over. We'd love to meet you. And we've just met some neat and friendly people. And I think the aviation the pilots and stuff like that of any kind of gear, they're just so friendly and so interested, especially when you show an interest in what they're doing, and then they show an interest back in what we're doing. So
Right.
it's been a lot of fun.
Well,
Going to the flying is fun too.
how long are you down at Hodges yet?
We'll be here for another week. We're going to spend 3 weeks at my mom and dad's till Christmas. And since we can't, it's a long drive. They're in Myrtle Beach. It's a long drive from Myrtle Beach to Lake Wales. So we're going to stop here Christmas Day until the following weekend. So hopefully we'll get some flights in it. And then from here we'll travel down to Lake Wales, and we have a campsite down there for January, February, and March.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for taking time out and joining us again tonight. It was nice
Oh,
seeing
not
you
at
again.
all.
I know we keep in touch usually weekly, so that's pretty cool.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
good luck with your new, how's the dog doing flying?
Well, today it would have been a good day, but we didn't fly. I don't even know if it was actually flyable, but it was almost 50 degrees here today. So it would have been a beautiful day.
Nice.
But she only took her second flight. So, and it's
Okay. I saw that. Yeah.
getting too cold now for her. So
You have a little jacket on her now?
well, she's always wearing a little sweater now because we shaved her because she's so fluffy. It gets so matted. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hey, so Krista, have you been keeping up on I know I missed
Yes,
Will.
there's only one. Yeah, one question, and it's for Susan Ray. How many flights are you at now? And that was from Nick Griffith.
Oh, Will had one too.
Oh,
I-
sorry, I've been
And
trying.
Will wanted to also know if your daughter is interested in flying also.
So she hasn't been, but she wasn't even entertaining the thought of a tandem before. And now she's entertaining the thought of a tandem and starting to warm up to possibly training in her future. So it's kind of, you know, piece by piece, we can hopefully bring her over to our side. Get her on the girls just want to fly side of things.
Mhm.
The number of flights that I'm at question, I'm only at 7. And so this is where I finally got my 7th flight in, and that was my first flight in North Carolina. So now, yeah, we got to get me up into double digits, hopefully. So only at 7.
Are you nervous for tomorrow if you go out, or are you just super psyched and pumped, ready to go, and you've got this, which I know you do?
Well, so I'm pumped and ready to go. My problem, I'm really good at taxiing right now, and so that's not the problem. I've had a lot of like nil wind problems lately.
Mm.
It's like launching in nil wind is not my easy thing right now. And then there's always, you know, always something. But no, my biggest thing down here in Florida is orange groves and conquering all of my past problems that I've had in Florida. So that's also part of my Florida journey, is kicking all my PTSD to the curb.
Right. You will do it. We will all be there for you, cheering you on, okay? Just keep us posted. All right, Krista, did we lose Rachel?
Yes, so she ordered her stuff from Walmart and they postponed it. It's supposed to be at 8, and they pretty much sent her like it's not happening. So she's needs it for this weekend because we're going to Zephyr Hills this weekend.
So she went grocery shopping somewhere else now.
No, she's probably yelling at them because I don't know if she goes in the stores, but we'll see.
All right, well, tell her if she wants to come back on. She's more than welcome to, and she can grab a beer
Well,
or
she sent
grab
me
a
a
wine.
message asking if she can drink. I said, I am.
Susan is.
And then Susan had her wine, so it was like, okay.
I think Deweese is.
What do you got, Deweese?
All right, let's try Texas. Let's head to Texas now. Looks like the Texas girl is sleeping. Rain, are you out there? No.
You gotta ask for Barry.
Barry, are you there? She's off of mute.
She's coming.
Uh-oh. Her phone was what? Choppy, yeah. We're gonna come back to you, Barry Bear. How about, let's go to Deweese. Let's go to Mississippi. How's it? You gotta unmute yourself.
Here I am. There I am.
Hi, Deweese.
Hello.
So what's new with you in flying or in anything in Deweese and Randy Milstead's?
Well, you know, we had been having a lot of problems with airports.
Oh yeah, tell us.
Since we have the trikes, we need a bigger place to take off, and there's really no big place to take off around here other than airports. So we've been fighting with this airport that's about 15 miles from our house. And they've got a padlock on the gate. And they've had a padlock on the gate for I don't know how long. So we attempted to get them to give us a key or open it up and let us go fly there. And they pretty much told us no way. They weren't going to let us do it. And hung up the phone on me, wouldn't let me talk to them. Just said no, we couldn't fly there. So anyway, I ended up getting in touch with the FAA, which is a no-no pretty much for the paramotor people, but I did it anyway. I called the FAA and talked with them, and the FAA guy got in touch with the board up there to find out what their reason for it was. And they pretty much said that I didn't know what I was talking about, that I had never basically talked to them. So that I really was, he basically said that I must have been talking about remote controls.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm going to go up there sometime next week and tell them I need a key or whatever. Since I didn't know what I was talking about, I need a key to the gate.
Nice.
So see how that goes. So anyway, that's the thing with the airport.
Take a paper airplane and go.
Yeah. Yeah. Go there and tell them I need a key. And so other than that, that's my big flying thing. I haven't had really much time. Well, I do have time to fly. I just haven't been doing it. The airports are so far away. It's like 25 miles from here. And we just haven't been going to do it. And I don't know.
Okay, remind us where you and Randy went to school.
Randy went to Kylo's school in Louisiana, and I went to Florida Flight Sports in Florida.
Okay. Bill H wants to know if you are going to the Kylo's this weekend.
Yeah, we're planning on going. Yeah.
Okay. And Will Fly says get video. So I would assume he's talking about when you go up and approach the
guy. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Angela says, you go, girl. So, and anything else? And you said Randy, the last time we talked, or Randy is now converted from foot launch and he got a trike now too, right?
Yeah, he's got a trike now, so he's doing trike launch. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is he doing both or just the one?
no, just the one. Well, I mean, he can do foot launch as well, but he really prefers the trike launch. Yeah. So we're both older, so.
Does Randy need line holders?
Oh, and Eric wants to know if Randy needs line holders. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about.
The red ones. That was
Yeah.
red.
Match the net.
No.
No, we were talking about the light holders for the spars. Brackets, yeah.
Oh, I thought he said he was talking about the light holders, the mounts. So you want the light holders too? Red.
Yeah.
He says, okay. And what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
Family here at my house.
At your place?
Yeah. Bunch of family coming. Mm-hmm.
About how many come to your place?
I think we've got about 12 coming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So this is a relaxing time before chaos hits tomorrow.
Yes. It'll be a lot of chaos. There's a lot of kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. What are you thankful for?
We're thankful for our family. We've got a lot of grandchildren, and we'll be thankful when the day's done tomorrow. Because there's going to be a lot of noise and there's a lot of babies. But we're thankful that we have a healthy family, and we're thankful also for our ever and growing paramotor family.
Yes.
We've gained a lot of new friends, and we're really thankful for that. And it's been a really great past year. We've really enjoyed it. So
Nice. Well, I'm glad to have been able to meet you. And you scared the crap out of me the first time you did meet me. So, hey, I just saw somebody in the chat and they're saying hello from the UK.
from the UK.
Blazing Sky. Thank you for joining. That's awesome.
How about that?
Let's see. Rain, are you available yet? You have horrible.
Let's see.
Yes, we hear you.
Can you hear me? Yay.
Okay,
Howdy all.
You
all the
look,
way
wait
from
now.
Austin.
Turn your video on. You look like you're sleeping.
Video. Let's see.
Nope. Nope.
Am I on?
No, black screen.
Ah. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So it's been, I've been kind of spoiled with Lone Star Paramotor down in Austin, San Antonio. I'm currently in Austin, but so we went down to Galveston this past weekend and it was a blast as usual. Last few weeks I was on the podcast. I was up to 10 flights and I am up to 30 flights now. I did a mini cross country across the beach, maybe a couple of miles, and that was super duper. I kind of practiced a bunch of touch and goes and still haven't dialed in my landings, like still haven't like perfected them, but I've definitely landed on my feet a lot more recently than I had in the past, which was super duper exciting. I posted a video on my first landing over in the airport, over at Lone Star Paramotor at the private airport that we fly at. And that was really, really exciting for me. It took me 15 flights to finally land on my feet. And as soon as I touched the ground with my foot, I understood kind of what I was supposed to do. So it kind of enlightened me to that. And so I've since earned my PPG2 rating, which I'm super excited for. Let's see. It's starting to get colder in Austin. It was 34 degrees this morning here in my particular area.
Oh, wow.
And then, yeah, it goes up to like, I don't know, 75 or 80 during the day, which is kind of crazy. But I feel like we'll have some more good flying weather coming up soon. And I can't wait to fly in cooler weather. I think I'd be willing to fly in like 30 degrees or something. But I hear that, or I see that flying in Florida is absolutely stunning. The sunsets and the sunrise flights that I see on social media are freaking phenomenal. And I would love to do all that too. But yeah, I'm super thankful for this season that that life has allowed me to experience recently. There's nothing like being in the sky, and there's nothing like being a part of the community, the Sky family community. Everyone has said that everyone's super awesome and helpful and just really nice folks in the aviation community at all. So yeah, I'm excited for what this new chapter called 2022 has to offer, and I look forward to many, many more flights. I'm still on the Atom 80, and I'm still on the 22 Spider, Ozone Spiders. So I think I'm liking that gear. I think I might go with or stick to something like that. And hopefully I'll start practicing some foot drags pretty soon, and that'll be super exciting.
Wow, foot dragging. Sweet.
Yeah, it's nice at the beach. It's easier at the beach.
So Aaron I said he saw you, oh, saw you this past week and barefoot.
Albert.
Yeah, must have been last
Yes.
weekend.
Yes, yep, this past weekend, yep. So Houston PPG is out there, and saw people like Big John, Breezy, Mark George. I was looking for Amy George. Apparently she was baking, but I'm just super excited to meet some more gals that want to fly, and I can't wait for an all gal fly-in. That would be really, really fun.
Well, keep in contact with us here, and if you find any gals too, each and any one of you, if you find any other gals that get into the sky anyhow, send their names my way and I'll try to talk to them and see if they're interested in joining in. And it's like Gladys said, we can talk each other into the sky, and let each of us know that there are some downfalls and there are great things that we all go through. So yeah, we're one big team together and pushing each other, to do our best. So
Ron always says that PPG is a very humbling sport, and it really is.
Yeah, definitely. So are you back at your house now?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Are you doing Thanksgiving?
Yeah, my mom's having lunch tomorrow, and it'll just be myself and my siblings, and it'll be a great time.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm very happy that you were able to come on, and you were actually telling me how excited you were earlier about it. So that was cool. I was happy to hear that you were excited about rejoining us. And if you guys don't know, that's Barry Bear.
And she's hilarious.
Yeah. Where's Stephanie?
Yeah. Must have been
Darn.
busy.
Yeah. I'm sure she's watching now.
Right.
Actually,
I haven't seen him or her in the chat at all. All right. So let's see. Who else do we have? Hey, we got Linda, Paramom. Welcome to Girls Just Want to Fly.
Hi, thanks for inviting me tonight.
Yeah. So
I just can't get enough of you during the week, Jade. That's,
right.
That's what it is. I mean, I have to be there every night. Oh, Jade's there. Oh, I got to be there.
Right.
Hi,
So-
girls. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Good to see
So
you all. Yeah, I'm super happy to be here.
are you doing anything exciting for Thanksgiving at all?
I am. I'm going to spend Thanksgiving at my son's house, and him and his girlfriend. And he's doing untraditional Thanksgiving, and he's cooking a prime rib.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, okay, I just rolled
Save
with it,
the
whatever
bird.
they want to do. And yeah, it's going to be a fun day. I was like totally stressing because I went to the store a couple nights ago with him, and I'm supposed to bring the dessert, and I don't know what happened. I just walked by the pies and didn't think nothing of it. And then today I'm like, oh my gosh, I told him I was going to bring pies. So my son came and got me, and we went to Oldies, and I got some pies and some other stuff for the dinner. So now I'm okay. I was just like, oh my gosh. So my son was teasing me though. He's like, okay, Mom, because I told him, I said, I forgot the pies. Oh, he goes, don't worry about it. We'll just put a chair out for you that says freeloader on it. You come over for dinner, Mom. So yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, it's all good.
Well, we hope you have a good Thanksgiving with your family.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Jade. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed.
All right. Wendy. Mrs. Pennsylvania.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy
Hi.
Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for
what's
having
new with
the
you?
invite back.
Yes.
Well, it's been 3 days since I flew. I know Rain talked about she would like to fly in colder weather. I think if she did it, she'd probably second guess that. 36 degrees at the base when you're on the ground. You get 500 feet up and it's 20 in a hurry. It gets cold fast. I know earlier on here too, was talking about, I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Andrea, but talked about how you get dressed for flying in the cold weather. And I have heated socks that go to my knees. And I have the heated gloves that are thin up here so that you can feel your fingers, but they actually cuff all the way back down to here. Like they flare out all the way here so that you don't have any airflow of wind. And it really worked for me on Sunday. When I took off, it was 36. And when I landed, it was 42. So it wasn't, that bad, but it was 4 or 5 mile an hour winds. So 36 with even 3 or 4 mile an hour winds can get cold. I just needed to get those flights in because I had not flown for 48 days. And I knew winter was coming, and I knew my last time I had to get a whole new prop and a whole new net again because of the attempt that I had that did not go so well, where I took a nosedive straight down. But I was just glad that that's in my rearview mirror now, and I got my 100th flight in, and I'm really thankful for my husband. He's just sitting right over here because he had this great idea that we should get a 5th wheel trailer and go to fly-ins. So we're actually taking the whole month of June, and we're going out west and getting some bucket list items taken care of. And he rides motorcycle trials. So he's going to ride the trials on a vintage bike because he's ridden one on a modern, but not a vintage. So he's going to do the vintage bike trials. And we're going to go around from like Pennsylvania, Ohio to come out and see you in Wisconsin, Jade, and then go to Minnesota for his trials, South Dakota.
Where in Minnesota?
Where else did you say? Gilbert, Minnesota.
Okay.
4 hours from Tomahawk.
Yeah, it's 4 hours from you, I guess. He
Okay.
did look that up. While we were on this, he was kind of mapping things out. But we wanted, of course, to go to Moab. We'll end up around there, but we're going to go to Montana and Red Lodge
Powell, Wyoming.
and Pyle, Wyoming.
Casper.
Yeah, over by Casper, where she was from. But it'll be a good little journey. But not only that, I'm really, really thankful because not only will that allow us to have an awesome 2022 and get to meet all you ladies and hopefully get to fly with all of you at some point. But I'm from Alaska, and one of my bucket list items has always been to drive to Alaska, and to think that I can take my paramotor, take all my equipment, and actually fly. My mom's 75, so or 74 right now, but to be able to go up there when she's 75 and have her experience watching me, would be awesome.
Wow.
So very
That's
thankful for all of that.
Yes.
And I'll be in Florida expanding my business in the villages. So I'll be flying down there in February and March.
Wow. Is that
Look
what
us up.
Eric said I could park the 5th wheel trailer at his house instead of at the airport. So then I can go back and forth on the weekends at least and try and get some flying in.
Nice.
Awesome.
You're not going down there
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving though, down at Aviator?
No, but I did mention on there, I said, maybe we need to plan for this next year. And he gave me a thumbs up. So I know he does it every year. So it would be pretty neat to go down there and do that. It's awful
Okay.
cold here at Thanksgiving. It would be nice to go in the warmer weather and still keep flying a little.
Right. Right. Yeah, so when you were messaging me before, I didn't get a chance to respond back. I thought you said like the 10th of June, somewhere in there, that you'd be coming through this way. So we'll
Yes.
have to check because nothing's been set in stone yet as to when we're leaving. I think we're planning on heading out towards Eric's parents. I think we're going to Washington State. So, and we wanted to do some, and we're taking our fifth wheel also. And we wanted to hit Moab also. So
So the 10th is technically when he has to be in Minnesota for that trials that weekend.
Oh,
so we'll probably be leaving Pennsylvania June 5th, the day after our daughter's birthday, and then start heading out towards you.
okay, well, we'll keep in
Yeah.
touch and I'll keep you posted as to when we know any, plans on when we're heading out too. Okay. But you're more than welcome to
Okay. And
come see us.
I would be happy to offer up Jersey Shore Airport for an all women's fly-in. I think it would be amazing. It's a really good place to fly, and there's plenty of space for motor homes or anything. And it's very friendly. The owner is very good with the paramotors and everything. So
Great. And just make sure you hit up
Yeah.
Alicia on the way out there too. Out in Casper.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm hoping that I
definitely.
can.
Say that again, Alicia.
What was
Oh, so are you going through Thermopolis to get to Powell?
We're leaving.
Hold on. He's thinking. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because we're going to Powell. We'll be in Powell and then we're heading up to Red Lodge.
So Powell to Red
And
Lodge,
then Red Lodge back down through to Yellowstone.
and then Red Lodge to Yellowstone, he said.
I'm not sure where all it takes us through there.
Yeah. I have 11 states I haven't been to, and that trip is pretty much going to get almost all of them.
Nice.
And that's all the Midwest states. So
So where will you be before you hit Powell?
I would have to look at a map.
Before we get to Powell, we're in South Dakota down by Mount Rushmore area.
South Dakota,
Okay,
Mount Rushmore
so
area.
you guys will likely go through Sheridan. And we've got a group
Yes.
there that
Yes.
flies. So you'll have to let us know. We'll all get together and try to fly.
Okay,
Yep.
That'd be fun.
definitely. If you want to friend me on Facebook or anything, I'm just under Wendy Weaver, and you see a paramotor is me flying. So it'll be easy to find, but and then I'll try and look up you guys as much as possible too, to send you friend requests. I know on Signal, Aviator is really good about using Signal, and they have the group for Aviator students. And so usually whenever you're getting ready to go somewhere, a new state or anything, I always see that blow up where they're like, okay, I'm coming down to North Carolina. Is there any pilots that are flying in this area? And they all meet up with each other. It's really neat. So maybe Jade would want to start a little girls just want to fly Signal group and
Yeah.
everybody text each other,
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. It is always nice to talk with other women pilots, because I do know from being around a lot of the men pilots and the women pilots, and my best friend and her husband are flying. We do get in our head and worry about things more than the men do. I know that comment earlier where it's like, I hear it all the time from, Matt and Janice will show up and I'll show up and we're ready to fly. And I'm like, the wind's a little bit gusty. I don't feel good with that. And Janice will say the same thing. And Matt's like, send it, just send it. And he gets up and goes. And it's like, well, that's him. That's not us, and I just noticed that we tend to think about it a little bit more, like what if, so it's nice to talk to other women who, have gone through some of those like mental struggles that you overcome as soon as you have a great flight. As soon as you get up and you're like, I know what I'm doing. What in the world? Why was I so hesitant or nervous? And it's true. I've noticed if I fly, a series of evening, morning. Bumps don't bother me at all by the time that I get to that third day. Like, I'm just like, oh, that's nothing. But if I go 2 weeks and I get up and I'm like, ooh, that was a bump. Ooh, you get a little nervous again, I think, when you let too much time pass.
Yeah.
And I noticed my throttle control was not as instinctive after 48 days. Because I was very proud about how good my throttle control was and smooth and everything. And then, 3 days ago, I was like, what's going on, Wendy? But I also had these thick gloves on that I couldn't really feel, what's going on as easily either. But it definitely is important to not have 6 months of no flying. I definitely want to have a month here or something at a time and not let it go too far.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I got a phone call.
Mad Sloper
My daughter
says
was calling.
men
She
are
always
more
knows when to
reckless.
call. But but no, I love the sport. I'm so glad to be part of such an awesome group of people, and all aviators, planes, paramotors, gliders, everybody seems to enjoy each other when you go to an airport, and everybody just kind of opens their arms and everybody talks to each other and gets to know each other. So it's really nice.
Yeah. I think that's what I like about working with this show, is because I've met all you guys, and I hope to meet each and every one of you in person if possible. And I think that's pretty cool that I've got a good friendship with you guys going right now. So it's the best part. So
Well, we appreciate you, because we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't you putting it together.
I know. Thank you. Krista, are you out there yet? Well, guess she's not there. I'll talk about, I guess, where I'm at. I've been having problems with my app that I use to keep track of how many flights I'm at. And I am over 100, and I would say I'm at about 120-ish in that area right now. And Coco's at flight number 2. And she is probably gonna have to wait again now until spring. And because it's getting way too cold. And I don't know if her shivering was cold or shivering was scared. So I'd prefer to just wait until spring, so she's a little bit more comfortable. The last time I took her up was a kind of a windy day, and my video, you can see my trike bouncing around, and I was surprised. I was actually okay with it, but I think I had the more mental of keeping her calm at that point. So that might have helped me out. Let's see. I still think about reading in our Paramotor Fly Girls group with Leah telling 8. Leah making the comment about every time you go up, you should always plan to work on something. And I really wasn't doing that. I was just going up and flying around, and really, I kept telling myself I wanted to work on my tip steering. But I was kind of scared to do that. And so I wanted to work on, like what Kat's working on, is the low flying. So I started working on that. I worked on taxiing, once I was down on the ground, and I really struggled for a while, like when we were down at Bad Apples and Tennessee on taxiing and doing a complete turn and coming back. I've got that down now. I was pretty happy with that. Trying to think what else. I had one bad incident, I think it was last year though, out at our local airport, and kind of tried taking off in a crosswind, and I rolled my trike. I heard in my head my instructor say, "Don't grab our roll bars." because Deweese, you and I have roll bars. What did I do? Slow motion, it felt like I grabbed the roll bar. I rolled right onto my knuckles. Hurt like everything. Eric had to flip me back over. I was gonna unbuckle, and he goes, "Don't unbuckle, because it was gonna fall right to my face." I wasn't hurt too bad. I think it hurt my pride more than anything. So I think just everything is a learning experience for each and every one of us every time we go out. Wendy, your video you had, with whatever it was with wind, or if it was a throttle issue or whatever it was, I'm sure you think about that every time too. So
yeah, I was at the top of the Grand Canyon in Pennsylvania. So it was going to be my first attempt at launching at 2,200 feet first of all, but it was canyon here and a canyon here, and the airport went right in the middle. So it was pretty, but it was a side wind. It was a crosswind that hit me, and I was having to go against the grain of the airport, because the airport runways went this way, but the wind was coming this way. So I had to go against the wind and go through what could have been both lanes of the airport, but big, huge cones. And I saw a cone coming right at me, and I knew I had to steer around it. So I steered to the right, which was the wrong thing to do. Looking back, I should have steered to the left, which was more into the direct wind, but I took a crosswind. And as soon as I felt going straight up in the air, I let go of the gas, knowing something was wrong, and I just let go of it all the way. So when it inflated, it just took me straight nosedive down, but I was only 6 feet in the air. I mean, I was not very high up at that point, but yeah, it was kind of a both crosswind, and the reaction of the crosswind was just let go of the throttle. And it wasn't fun, that's for sure. It was scary. Makes you think about things.
So this weekend we're going back down to our school and gonna try to fly. And my goal is to work on big ears. So kind of scared, but I want to do them. So Deweese, you'll be doing them next.
We'll see.
Justin was being a jokester and said to work on reverse launching the trike, because Judson did that here at Jersey Shore Airport.
I heard that.
Oh.
All right, Krista. Oh,
He's
and
crazy.
I guess Krista, stay here now, because I was looking for you. So I guess what I'm thankful for is my health. Thankful that Eric and I didn't get COVID yet. Hopefully won't. His daughter got it last year. My son got it really bad. A couple of people that I work with have gotten it. My parents, I think, might be watching. My in-laws might be watching. They're all healthy, and I hope they stay that way. And let's see, tomorrow we're doing Thanksgiving down at my aunt and uncle's house, down in the town where I kind of grew up. And after that, we're heading down. It's just Eric and I the rest of the weekend, and we're heading down to our school. And thankful for Eric kind of pushing me into the sky, because he wanted to do this sport and I thought he was crazy, and got me into the sky and getting to meet all you guys and having a big family now. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and everybody in the chat also. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And Krista, your turn.
Right. Sorry, someone was at the door.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't fly. So I have no experiences there. I'm thankful that my husband is flying and enjoying it. Scares me a lot. New video came out. He's doing wing tips on the ground, so I don't love that. Thankful he didn't die. I'm thankful for Jade's parents for raising an amazing daughter. and Eric's parents for raising an amazing son. And they're great friends. And all of you guys that get to support everybody. It's great. So that's what we're thankful for. And of course, our beautiful daughter. So, yeah.
Awesome.
We're not grandparents yet, so we don't have that. No rush.
Don't rush it, right?
No rush.
All right.
So,
Hey, we actually went even over our time.
Wow.
So anyway, Eric put in a passcode or the code to come in if anybody wants to join in. If any of you ladies need to leave, I understand. But if anybody else wants to come in and chat, Walter's in here. Like to thank everybody for joining us. Susan's going to get another drink.
I have the Chardonnay.
All right.
Chardonnay in the plastic glass. Yeah.
Chad Sloper is going to be leaving, so thank you for joining us tonight, sir, and have a happy Thanksgiving. And if I missed anybody else that may have already left, but Bill H., I hope to meet you also someday. Hoping we were going to be able to do it down at Kyle O's this year, but we're not going to be able to swing that. Got Angela and Tony in here. Will Fly, come join us, you guys. Nick Griffith.
Heck yeah.
Kelby Cox, if you want to come in. And
So am I just like hanging here? Then I don't have to like go off and then jump back on the Zoom. I just stay here.
yep, you can just stay here, or if you need to leave, that's
Everybody
fine.
does it different, so I want to make sure I don't like disappear.
Nope.
you're good.
Yeah. How's the bread, Andrea?
It's done.
Yay! What kind did you make?
Cool.
I wish we had smell-o-vision.
I know.
Whew.
I usually
Yeah,
make bread
Wendy.
like every 4 days. So
Oh, do you?
yeah.
Like homemade from scratch?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Oh man.
I tried cinnamon bread the first time the other day. It did not work out very well. So that was kind of disappointing.
Wait, Jay, didn't you make bread the other day or something?
I did, but I cheated. I went to U-Bake and I bought the frozen dough.
Oh, no, I might try that. Well, you just put it in the little pan and throw it in the oven or what?
I took it out before I went to bed. I sprayed my bread pans
Yeah.
and I put each one in the bread pan and just left them on top of the stove and put a towel over it. And when I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the dough had risen and I stuck them both in the oven and it was good.
How long did you cook them for?
It was like 20, 25 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was like a
Yeah.
sunflower wheat or whatever. It was really good. So,
And so it's in the frozen section at the grocery store or whatever? You have to send me like what
this
it
is a specialty store where they have cookie dough, bread doughs, pies, pie crust. It's called U-Bake.
Okay.
So it's just I don't know if it's a little chain type little store.
Okay. Huh.
So,
Okay.
All right.
Are
Well,
you still live?
I am. So I am going to say
Okay.
goodnight and happy Thanksgiving Eve to everybody. And thank you all for joining in on the chat. And you're more than welcome to join in if you want.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, chatter.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We'll see you next week.
Chatter.